my friends. How are you today? Happy Friday to you. Start of the weekend. Aaron here bringing you some honest astrology. We're talking about this full moon that happened yesterday. The moon is still in Capricorn right now, but we want to talk to you about the Capricorn full moon and the energy it's bringing us for the next 2 weeks here before we have this Leo new moon. So the moon in Capricorn, for one, it's about doing the work, which is why I had to come down here and do this video. I couldn't escape it. There's this little thing in the shoulder that's just like, do the work. So whatever it is that's going on, don't neglect it. If there's something that's sitting on your shoulder, a little tap that's like, hey, do that thing that you've been putting off for 6 months or 6 years, 6 days, however long it is. This is good energy to make things happen. Let me show you the chart here. This one. Nope. There it is. Okay. So, again, this was just yesterday at 4 p.m. The moon at 18 degrees, the sun at 18 degrees. The sun is in Cancer. Jupiter has moved into Cancer. We've had a lot of things that have moved since the last time I've sit down and chatted with y'all here. We have Uranus is now in Gemini. Jupiter is now in Cancer. We have Neptune and Saturn both in the sign of Aries. Loosely conjunct, closely conjunct, but they're not exactly conjunct yet. They will be exact, I think, not until next year, 2026. So these two are going to be moving through the sky for a while together. All right, and there's a lot to talk about in all of these movements and everything where it's at. But let's start here with this full moon. Capricorn full moon, it's the make stuff happen. Make shit happen, right? That's just what it is. That's what the Capricorn energy is business. And we have a lot of business, as you can see here in Cancer. Not only our sun are illuminating the way about emotions, the non-physical, the emotional world. Emotions are high. This is a water sign. The waves are crashing in. And Jupiter here, our planet of abundance and more. More, expansion, more emotions, okay? We've got a lot of emotions going on right now. And then we have the North Node in Pisces, a water sign. We have a lot of emotions, and the North Node is creating a trine. If we see this blue line right there, a trine over to the North Node, which is telling us, it's reminding us that some of this is in our imaginations, okay? This is so important. I got to come back here. This is, just because you feel it doesn't mean it's real. Just because you feel it doesn't mean it's there. Just because you feel it doesn't make it reality. We can feel all kinds of things. We can feel a lack of worth. We can feel a lack of love, lack of anything, lack of abundance. That doesn't mean it's not there. It doesn't mean we're not loved or appreciated or valued. But we can feel those things. And we have to decipher on what is illusory, what is a delusion, or what is real. Just because I'm feeling something, it doesn't mean it's the truth. It doesn't mean it's ultimate truth. It doesn't mean it's real reality. Meaning it doesn't, right? It doesn't necessarily have to make sense for everyone on the planet. Just because you feel a certain way about something, if 99.99% of the rest of the people, if you reflect back, and that's the wonderful thing about water energy is it's reflective. Other people are reflecting our energy back to us. We're reflecting their energy back to them. We're a mirror for others as they're a mirror for us. And when we're portraying our waves, our emotional waves into the current of life, and others are like, hey, your waves are too big for right now, or your waves are not, you know what I mean? Like people are holding up this mirror and showing us ourselves. So if 99.9% of people don't agree that our emotional waves that we're creating are legitimate, then we need to reflect inwardly and look at our own actions, our own emotions, and say, okay, I'm creating waves. What happens when I'm depressed? I make other people depressed. What happens when I fall? I knock down other people. This is just life. Just not saying just Aaron, but this is the nature of how we are, right? When we're in a bad mood, everybody's in a bad mood. When we're in a good mood, everybody's in a good mood, because we are allowing that vibration to carry through. So right now, our vibrations, our emotional vibrations, are extremely high. And we have the news and the media, which is ruled by Pisces and Neptune, constantly just down our throats. It doesn't matter if you're left or right. I am not a political person. I have a lot of observations. It's very easy for me to have opinions about absolutely anything. Okay, and we have Mars over there in Virgo right now. It's pretty easy to be opinionated. Now, one of the things is, did we earn a seat at the table to have an opinion? And this is extremely important. This is something that came through when I was sleeping and woke up, which is why I had to talk about this today when I got out of work. When your body is signaling you, the bat signal, when your body is signaling you that there's something wrong with it, it complains. Okay, meaning your body is going to create a sound, a crack in the knees. It'll create a feeling in your body that's like, this needs attention. This is something that needs attention right now. Okay, so that's your signaling, that your body is giving you signals to pay attention to it and to nurture it. So Jupiter and Cancer Jupiter and the Sun in Cancer are reminding us to nurture aspects of our lives. Extremely important. Okay, so nurture yourself. When your body is telling you, when your body is signaling to you, it's letting you know that something's going on and to take care of it. Now, we humans have really progressed a lot, and especially since this dawn of technology, the age of Aquarius, this new age that we're living in right now. We weren't mentally prepared for the internet. We weren't mentally prepared for the circumstances of having everything laid out in front of us. It's just like you can compare yourself to every woman in the world, to every man in the world. Compare yourself and height and social status and how much money you make, and comparison is the thief of joy. So none of us were mentally prepared to how to handle this new age, this new coming of technology and information via the internet, and how we're doing all of this like this right now. Okay, we're still learning these things. And if you watch old television, old interviews, like how people spoke was very different than how we speak now. I'm not just talking about slang, but what we allowed to contribute in the conversation, or what we complained about. Now, in general, your parents, myself, your general peers, your boss, the people that are surrounded with, they want you strong. They want you full of life. They want you happy. They want you to be strong mentally. They want you to be strong emotionally in your heart. Like, they want you to feel good, not down, right? Like, lift your chin up, right? They want you to feel strong in all aspects, mentally, emotionally, and physically. They want your will to be strong, right? Your parents want you to be happy. Your grandparents want you to be happy. Your friends want you to be happy. Now, we're not just talking about happy, joy, I got a thing, I'm rewarded for this joy. It's like, no, this is about disciplining ourselves and creating that for ourselves, and not pointing to the outside world and saying, you're the reason why I'm not happy. Okay, this is extremely important in this Capricorn full moon, because Capricorn gets to the top of the mountain no matter what. Capricorn gets to the top of the mountain, and in doing so, we look at Capricorn in like work and business. Okay, work and business. This is our social aspect of the chart, how people perceive you in a professional level, and how they're perceiving you and your complaining. And how are they receiving your complaining when it's about politics? This all matters. What was once very not acceptable has become the norm. Okay? Now, when you're complaining about something, it's doing the exact same thing that your body is doing. You're sending a signal. Some call it virtue signaling. I don't mind calling it that because it's exactly what it is. And some people have a lot of pushback. It's like, no, I'm complaining with reason and this. It's just like, you're still complaining. You're sending a signal. You're sending a signal out to the others in your environment that something is wrong, that you're not okay, and that somebody else is the cause of your not okayness. Yeah, this is powerful, right? Because look, a lot of us, like I've said before, we haven't earned a seat at the table. When we're talking about politics, astrology is bigger than politics, but it's certainly part of it. And because this is Capricorn full moon, Capricorn deals with politics, Capricorn deals with government, and of course the emotional side of things, Cancer. We got to talk about this stuff. So what we're doing is we're sending a signal. I'm not okay. Something is not okay. So then what happens is other people come up and is, well, what's the matter? What's the matter, friend? What's the matter, child? What's the matter, lover? What's the matter, colleague? What's the matter, worker? I'm not okay and I'm emotionally disturbed and this is bothering me and this is bothering me. Can you do anything about those things? If the answer is yes, why are you complaining? If the answer is no, I can't do something about it, I need help from somebody else, then your complaining is warranted. I need help doing this. That's what we're doing. When we're complaining, we're saying, I need help. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. How can we fix you? How can we fix the problem? How can we remedy this solution? I'm not okay because Donald Trump is a president. Next. Get over it. Like that's where we're at in life. And your emotions are meaningless in the grand scheme of things. Like if you can do something about a particular issue, I know people are going to be mad at me about this, but it's like, again, this is above politics, but it deals with politics. And we just see so much right now of people complaining, and sending this signal. And then what we're happening is we're just getting echo chambers back. And then they're like, we get together and we can complain together. And then the complaining about it together. And then the agreeance is a dopamine hit. Ah, yes, you don't like this thing and I don't like this thing either. We don't like these things together. Ah, we feel better talking about them out loud. No, you're all sending a signal. We're sending a signal. Now, what can we do about this signal? I'm not a fan of like anti-protests. I'm just not. I learned this from a Mother Teresa quote from when I was very young. I will never go to an anti-war rally, but I will go to any pro-peace rally. Okay? So what I'm seeing is my brothers and sisters, my fellow Americans, riling up and getting angry and complaining together. And complaining together about all the things that are wrong in the world. And what you're not doing is you're not putting any energy towards something that you believe in, what you feel is a solution. We're just complaining about the bad things that we don't want to happen, and what you resist persists. This didn't go away in the past couple of years. And it's like, oddly enough, I see this very bizarrely with the spiritual community, which is very kind of left-leaning, so it seems. And it's just like, we've known about these things. We've known that what you resist persists. We know that what you talk about, you get more of back. This is the law of attraction. And, you know, that didn't change. That didn't just go away. You know, it's like, oh, no, but regardless of that, we need to complain because of this thing. It's just like, okay, can you focus that complaining into a progressive, positive thing? If it's not war, it's pro-peace, right? If it's no kings, what is it? Right? And the hypocrisy behind that I mean, that's a whole other ball of wax. No kings, but mask up, save lives, get your vaccine so we can change your DNA. It's like we are overstepping. We are overstepping, which brings me to Neptune and Saturn in Aries. Okay. Neptune and Saturn in Aries, these are big. Saturn, of course, being we look at this as all of creation's physical matter. Okay, all of structure of the physical world, the three-dimensional world, is Saturn's work, which is why there's a lot of Saturn worship in our life. Circling around that great cube, There's a lot of Saturn worship. All right. Either way, Saturn is responsible for all things physical, how we view Saturn. Neptune is responsible for your dreams, your imaginations, expansion beyond the limits of Saturn, where Jupiter is responsible for expansion within the limits of Saturn. You can expand this so much before Uranus takes over and that breaks, and now the laws of Saturn, right? You've broken the laws of Saturn. Jupiter can expand, it hits the limits, then Uranus takes over, and then we have unity, okay? So dreams and imaginations, and then we have Saturn, which is real, and is saying shit in one hand and wish in the other. Which is going to come out? Which one is it? And then this is like puts... when we've had this for the past 16 years, y'all, when we've had Neptune, that's a good chunk of our lives. 16 years, Neptune being in Pisces, okay, which is more confusion, more delusion, more a lack of understanding the fundamental aspects of reality. More media and just give them circus and entertainment, and we'll just sit here and watch, like that Michael Jackson meme of just him eating popcorn, like, okay. It's like, man, so we're coming out of this delusion. We're coming out of the illusion. It's like that Alex Gray painting. What is that Alex Gray painting? The Journey of the Wounded Soldier? The Journey of the Wounded Healer. And the middle one, there's this guy kind of all wrapped up, a human being all wrapped up in the cocoon of consciousness and spiraling DNA and stuff. It's just like, they can't tell up from down or left from right. And it's just like, this is kind of what's been happening. It's just like, we can't tell what's real and what's not real with Neptune and Pisces. Well, now it's just like, here, this is an Aries. This is about you creating your dreams, you manifesting the life that you want. And with Saturn here in Aries as well, these together, this is reminding you that you cannot blame anybody else. You cannot point your finger and say, okay, the reason that I'm dealing with this right now, and it's my responsibility to heal my ancestral trauma. It's like, what a joke. We say that, again, as a virtue signal. I know you guys are going to get mad at me today. That's all right. It is, though. It's like, do you think your ancestors left you with strength and love and prosperity? They didn't leave you with just like, oh, here, grandchild or great-grandchild, you got to heal the stuff I didn't take care of. What a load. That's just poor me stuff. It's poor me stuff. And Capricorn full moon there's no energy for poor me. It's like, well, okay, what's the issue? Poor you what? Did you hurt your leg? Okay, let's get a splint. Let's fix it and let's go. We have to climb the mountain. We got to lick the salt, those goats. What's going on? You're the problem. Like, you're the problem in all of your life's problems is you. Right? But nobody wants to say that. Nobody wants to like look in the mirror and say, Aaron, I'm the problem. And I have to force myself to do that. Aaron, I'm the problem. Aaron, the reason that these relationships didn't work out is because of you. My friends, the reason that these things didn't work out in your life is because of you. It's because of your perspective. It is because of your energy. It's because of the things that you're doing. It's because of your judgments. It's because of your lack of boundaries. It is. And there are certain things that are out of our control, like the president, right? Whether we favor him or don't favor him, it's just the person that's sitting in that seat for the next couple of years. And we're going to get a whole new set of rules in 3 years after somebody else sits in, right? And then we say, well, Aaron, he's talking about trying to sit for another term. It's just like, that doesn't hold weight. It doesn't hold weight. It doesn't hold water. And we cannot live in fear, uncertainty, and doubt. We can't live on the fact of, well, what happens if we climb the mountain and there's no salt up there? It's like, well, that's not how we live. We cannot live in this. We can't live in this emotional uncertainty. It's just like, do you just live your life? And furthermore, it doesn't even matter. Like, what's happening in the Oval Office matters so very little to most people. Like, really, your life has not changed that much, for as much as that we are giving our power away and complaining about a thing that we cannot change. Like, we cannot change this. So part of this is like understanding our complaining is sending a signal to everybody out there that's saying, I need help. And if the help is like, oh, I just don't like the current government. It's like, well, yeah, join the rest of the club and get your life together. Because that's what we need more than anything. That's what Neptune is telling us. That's what Saturn is telling us. It's about you taking personal responsibility for your life, taking personal responsibility for your wins and your losses, right? Taking responsibility for your relationships, taking responsibility for where you are, and taking responsibility for manifesting the life that you are trying to create. You can't do it by pointing our fingers at other people and saying the reason I'm not where I should be is because that person. The reason I don't have this in my life is because my parents. The reason that I did this or didn't do this is because I didn't go to the whatever it may be. It's like, no, that these are circumstances that have happened in life, and that this is where we're at now. So what are we doing now? We have to seek out the goal. We have to, figure out our way to get to the mountain to receive the nutrients, that salt, that nutrients. And we have Mars over there conjunct the South Node in Virgo. Okay. Well, it's getting pretty close there within 8 degrees. So we're going to be feeling this more and more each day as we are releasing and letting go. That's what the South Node is all about here, releasing and letting go of judgments. Virgo is all about judgments. Addictions as well. If you're struggling with something, addicted to something, cannabis, smoking cigarettes, alcohol, pornography, sex, if you're addicted to gambling, if you're addicted to complaining, if you're addicted to watching television, watching the news, the social media, if you're addicted to something, this is an excellent week ahead of yourselves. 2 weeks really, because you got Mars coming to the South Node, then the other side of South Node, all the way up until this new moon here in Leo. That's going to be excellent time to take action. It's not just about thinking about it, where this is a sign of Mercury, so there is already thoughts happening. It's about taking action into the release. Releasing judgments is a very big part of this. Like, again, I'm going to talk about politics. It's like, we're caught between a rock and a hard place. Cancer is like mom and pop shop, and this is all of our family works here. And I don't want to fire you because you're my niece or whatever. And I use this example quite often when I talk about cancer. It's like, I don't want to fire you because you're my niece, nephew, friend, brother, sister, whatever. And I'm going to give you more chances than I would in a corporate business world. With this emotional moon in in Capricorn, it's saying, like, we got to take a little bit more of a business head with some of these things. It's like you love cats, and there's a cat that runs out into the middle of the road. Do you hit it or do you swerve? If you swerve, you're going to put other human beings at danger as you're around other people. If you hit your brakes, the car behind you is going to smack you in the butt. Hit the back of your car. You're going to create a car accident, a pile up. You're going to create damage. Either way, you're going to create damage. And either way, we're put into a situation that's not favorable for either. And we have to make a decision. We have to make a decision. We have to make not easy decisions. Those not easy decisions that we have to deal with are literally happening all the time around us. And we get to sit back and say, oh, well, this is how I would do it if I were in that seat. But you're not. You're not in that seat. You're in the seat that you're in because that's where you've manifested your life. So you're not in that driver's seat over there. You're not making decisions of how we're supposed to deal with ICE, how we're dealing with, right? Barack Obama deported 5 million people. I don't think Trump's even close to that right now. I'm not even a Trump supporter. I just like to weigh out both. I make fun of them both, y'all. I like to lay it all out here. And it's just like, okay, on Obama's side, it wasn't a part of the news. Where our news media loves to rag on Donald Trump. So like every deportation is like murdering a baby. It's just like, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. And it's just like, yeah, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. What do you do? I would be deported in another country like that. I would be deported. You all would be detained and deported somehow. It's just like, I don't know what the right answer is. But what I do know is I haven't earned a seat at that table to have the conversation. So part of me, I can have an opinion about it. I can have an observation about it. But to what degree is it worth communicating about? To what degree is it worth bringing it into the dinner table? What degree is it worth bringing to work with me? Or even worse, bringing it to the pillow at the end of the night? You know, we got to be mindful as these north and south node are here between our left and right brains, being mindful of our thoughts. All right, let me come back to the chart here for a quick second. So, good time to quit doing things. This is all about getting our lives together, putting us in the driver's seat, whether you're going to manifest it or not, whether you're going to blame others and sink or swim. You know, this is up to you. Mercury is here in Leo, which is also about you. This is about you, how you communicate, your ego, your personality, what you're sharing with others. Okay? Loosely, just got kind of done opposing Pluto here, which is transformation of community. So this ties back into what we're talking about earlier in this video of sending that signal out to say, hey, I'm hurt, I'm not doing well. And if like you say that signal to your doctor, well, what's the matter? Let's fix the problem. Let's fix the problem, right? Like, how do we fix this? Let's come up with an idea. Let's create a solution. Let's move toward that solution. Let's fix it. Let's get rid of, let's stop smoking, stop drinking, stop whatever it is we need to release and let go of in our lives. Now, Venus and Uranus both here in Gemini. This is cool. Now, Uranus and Gemini, we can talk a whole lot about that. A lot of wars have been fought throughout history, every 80 years when Uranus is in Gemini. A lot of astrologers have been talking about a kind of a war once we see these two happening here. I see this as a very mental war. I don't see this as, we obviously have physical wars going on, but we have a mental war happening. We have a mental war happening with men and women in here and how we work and treat each other. We have a war, a race war. We have all kinds of mental civil wars happening right now here in the United States, and that we're figuring out how to get kind of beyond these certain how to resolve, not get beyond to where there's not a solution. We're just trying to find solutions to these issues, okay, and trying to appease everybody and make everybody happy. And that's a very hard thing to do, but it takes time. And it takes growth, and growth equals pain. Pain is uncomfortable. And if we take the pain medications, we stop feeling that we need to grow, right? It's the lobsters grow. If every lobster had doctors, they wouldn't shed their exoskeleton skin. They wouldn't hide out under the rock vulnerably for a couple of days growing their new one. They would just take the pills and not feel anymore. This energy is suggesting that we don't do that. This energy is very much suggesting that we feel all of the feels. Probably part of the reason of this divine alignment of Jupiter being in Cancer. It's like, feel all of this. I want you to grow so we don't repeat these patterns. I want you to grow so that we're not just doing the same thing over and over and over again. So with Gemini and Venus, or Venus in Gemini and Uranus in Gemini, there's like a lot of breakthroughs in information, breakthroughs in technology that's happening as Uranus is trying to Pluto. So transformation and community transformation, in knowledge transformation, in technology, and new technology and information coming the way. These are a power couple right now that are absolutely bringing in this new age of Aquarius. Venus is here saying, like, look, we might like this more than that. But right now, that still exists and that's still on the table, meaning this or that. Gemini is of two, right? Gemini is this and that. So we might prefer this, but this is what we have. So it's like we have to find the love, and this is what we have right now. We don't always get what we want, but we always get what we need. And that goes in everything. Either there is no miracles or everything is a miracle. The words of Albert Einstein. I believe that everything is a miracle. Everything is a miracle. And we're just observing the miracle. And even if this isn't the miracle I wanted, Aaron, I wanted that miracle. Well, friends, this is the miracle that we got. So it's just learning how to deal with it, learning how to cope with it. And if we can, with this Saturn Neptune energy in Aries, all of this is like, remember when I was talking about, if you've been following this channel for a while, when the North Node was in Aries, and I'm saying you got to pull that bow back so hard that once you let it go and it hits the water of Pisces, it's going to slow down, but we've held it back and we've created enough inertia to get through that water. That's what we're doing right now, is we're making sure that we have enough inertia, okay, that the resistance of our arrow, the resistance would be the water. The resistance would be life. Okay, our arrow is manifesting our dreams. Our arrow is manifesting our lives. What do we want? Where do we want to go? It doesn't matter what happened and, oh, you liked this girl and she did this to you and you liked that guy and he broke your heart. And none of this stuff matters anymore. It's like the love inside you, you're going to manifest outside of you. But if you're like holding on to, and you're going to the new restaurant saying like, well, let me talk to the chef and tell the chef what the last chef did wrong. It's like, good luck. It's not how it's going to work, right? We have to come in with open heart, open mind. Gemini, right? Gemini, Venus, love what's happening. Love the oddball stuff that's happening. Uranus is like the breakthroughs. We don't know what good can come yet. We have no idea how good things can be. But if we're sitting there sending signals of complaining, if we're complaining about the thing that happened in the past, we're not going to be able to be present to manifest the thing that's here for us now in the future, in this present moment that wants to be with us and carry itself into the future. So this Capricorn full moon is pulling us a lot in this direction of like being mindful of how we're expressing our emotions, mindful of how we're sharing it, mindful if we've been too lenient in relationships, that we keep giving our hearts back and we're not creating enough boundaries. This is very, very important. It's like we have to create those healthy boundaries. Very necessary to create those boundaries. And if people, this is like that's a big Capricorn thing. Capricorns will show you their boundaries. And if you cross them, they'll cut you off like that. And that's just how a Capricorn is. That's the nature of what Capricorn is. And it's like we need that energy right now a little bit, where we allow ourselves to cut something or someone out of our lives. Okay. And it might be for the better of our own emotions. There's too much emotional turbulence, too much emotional turmoil, something that's happening. So it's just like, it's okay. Sorry, family member. You've continuously been late. You've continuously cost us money. Your attitude here, okay. Are they worth communicating with first? The answer is yes. If the patterns don't change, if the behavior doesn't change, you got to cut it off. Right. And then we're going to continue to learn that over these next couple of weeks here as the moon's moving out of Capricorn into Aquarius, conjunct Pluto, and as well as Virgo, Mars and Virgo is inching closer and closer to the north or the south node, allowing ourselves to release and let go what no longer serves us and taking actions to do it, not just thinking about it. So this is a really powerful one. Yeah. All right, guys, that's me. That's us today. I've got a lot in store. I've got a lot of, I've been working hard. I got a lot of stuff I'm excited to share with you, but it's just taken some time. It's taken time away from me doing these astrology videos, so it's good to be back. It's good to have that Capricorn full moon energy kind of at me as well, like, do this stuff. And yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to have the energy of like the let's go, let's make stuff happen. So I hope you are feeling that as well. I hope you're feeling some let's make stuff happen kind of energy. And hopefully this resonated with you somewhere and didn't just upset you. I love you as always. I love you. I wish you enough. And we'll see you next time.